The waterfront that they have, the glorious waterfront facing the Kattegat Sea. And it is indeed a sporting city, Aarhus, as it also is hosting the TotalEnergies BWF Thomas and Uber Cups. We're watching Thomas Cup action unfold here on Court 1 between China and India in Group C. We witnessed the men's singles. Now it's time for the men's doubles. The first of the men's doubles matches between He Jiting, Zhou Haodong, and Satwik Sairaj, Rankireddy, Chirag Shetty. That's what's coming up here on Court 1. As the players walk out, there you have He Jiting and Zhou Haodong of China taking to the courts. And these two players have certainly been consistent in this tournament, winning both the games that they've played so far, beating Tahiti in 2 games in the first Group Thomas Cup Group C encounter, and then beating the Dutch, Ruben Yille, Thies van der Lek in their last match, also in straight games. So, feeling good about themselves, He Jiting, Zhou Haodong. For India, it is Chirag Shetty and Satwik Sairaj Rankireddy, who have joined the team for the Thomas Cup. They missed out on the Sudirman Cup, and they too have a confident showing so far, winning both their games in Group C, beating the Netherlands 21-19, 21-12, and then beating Tahiti 21-5, 21-3. So this is going to be the first big test in the Thomas Cup for both these pairs. It's the first meeting as well between these two pairs. But He Jiting and Zhou Haodong, a new pairing in the Chinese setup, because He Jiting usually pairs up with Tan Chiang, who's also among the Chinese team, whereas Zhou Haodong's partner, Han Chang-kai, recently retired. Joining me in the commentary is Grania Somerville, and they've got plenty of work to do, the Indians, but if anyone can pull the Indians back, it is these two, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, 10 in the world, they have really shown their level. They haven't been super consistent over the past few years, but they're such a young pair. They have a lot to learn, and, you know, they have a lot ahead of them. So this is a great opportunity for them to put India on the scoreboard here and win this tie against the scratch pair from China.
He Jiting, 23 years of age, 181 centimeters tall. He's ranked 10 with his normal partner, Tan Chiang. But with Zhou Haodong, it's a relatively new pairing, as we mentioned. It came together during the Sudirman Cup. In fact, when the men's doubles was struggling a little bit.
They did have that loss against Denmark, though, in the Sudirman Cup, so a little bit shaky, maybe.
Yep. And Zhou Haodong, 23 years of age, 180 centimeters tall. He and his partner, Han Chang-kai, ranked up to 5, made the top 5 in the world, and they were an impressive pairing. But Chang-kai has called time on his career, so Zhou is looking for a new partner. Maybe this is one for the future, but can't really say that with Tan Chiang in the crowd still. They have been impressive in the Thomas Cup. They haven't really been tested, of course, but also in that final in the Sudirman Cup where they beat the Japanese fairly and squarely. So that makes you think that they've finally found that, you know, communication that they need to do well in the Thomas Cup. Satwik Sairaj Rankireddy, 21 years of age, just 21, 183 centimeters tall. He's a big player with powerful shots, ranked 10. That's the highest rank with Chirag Shetty. And he will definitely be bringing his power to the courts today. Chirag Shetty, on the other hand, he's 24 years of age, 187 centimeters tall. So these two are a really tall pairing for India.
Yeah.
Ranked 10, born in Mumbai, India. And they really do control matches. Tommy Oscariano from Indonesia will be the umpire today for this match, and he will be joined by Robertson Martins of Belgium in the service judges chair. Will be officiating the match. So these two Indian boys are men, tall players, powerful players, aggressive players. So they can really push China, who's kind of like a scratch pairing, as you mentioned, on the back foot here if they start well. How important is that start?
Yeah, the start is really crucial, especially, you know, just to give their confidence that boost for the rest of the match ongoing, and, you know, start to put that doubt in China's mind that it's not going to be an easy task today against India. And of course, Rankireddy and Shetty, they had that great performance at the Olympics where they beat the Olympic champions, but in the group stage. So they have a lot of, you know, heart to take from that. Unfortunately, with how it ended up, they didn't make it out of that group stage, as Kevin Sudirman and Gideon were still in that group that progressed, but a beautiful performance that they had there as well. They just haven't been all that confident and consistent throughout their tournaments lately.
Well, they will receive at the start of game one.
Service over, 1 love. Service over.
Very quick exchanges between the two pairs. And Satvik Sairaj, Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty have played both these Chinese players, but with separate partners. So they do know a little bit about the Chinese players individually. It's just that it's the first time that they will be facing them as a pair. They let that go, and it was a good call from Rankireddy and Shetty.
Service over, 2, 3.
That was well out. Again, this will be an interesting period for them to try and find their range early on in this first game. Keeping their errors to a minimum will be important. It's just not finding the lines. It's just the lifts are going back too long.
And this is what we actually saw at the start of Shrikant's game. He was struggling with the lifts going out the back.
They have challenged that. It was called out. But it is that, getting an understanding of where the shuttle will land on the other side of the court, that has proven to be a challenge for many players throughout this tournament. And it was out.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 4-3. Play.
Good net play from the Indians.
Service over. 4 out.
They're keeping pace. with their Chinese opponents, Rankireddy and Shetty.
Semi-fault goal too high.
Ball with a service fault. Score too high.
5-4.
And we saw this in the match yesterday with Ashwini Ponnappa and Sikki Reddy, where she had a couple of mistakes with her service ball and went and spoke to the umpire about it.
Yeah, Team India might need some of the service judge stands back at their training centre to just perfect the height that they serve at.
It's also what happens when you haven't been playing international tournaments for too long. As I mentioned, Rankireddy and Shetty just joining the team for this tournament. So they may not be used to the service line as much. 5-all. Very close game so far between the two. Just finding the line between the two players.
6-5.
Rankireddy doing really well at the net there.
He's a tall player, so you know it is hard to get past him when he's up front. That's a good rally.
Good defense by India. Rankireddy finishing it at the net again.
7-5.
So they've taken a 2-point lead now, the Indians. They'll be looking to build on that.
Good placement of the smash there by Shetty, just coming across He Jiting's body.
It's the
Creating
longest
that.
rally so far, 33 shots. It's a bit sad.
8-5.
And so these two, ranked 10 in the world, have a really good understanding of themselves. They're really good friends off the court, Rankireddy and Shetty. And they hang out a lot. They train, of course, at the Gopichand Academy in Hyderabad. But in their spare time, they're also really good friends.
Service over.
Just out again.
8.
Those lifts, he's missing them. Chirag Shetty.
Same spot with that smash again on He Jiting.
9.
I think that's kind of a set play by India, that they have that cross smash and then Rankireddy's ready to intercept at the net.
He's got his arm taped up. Chirag Shetty. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful little drop shot at the net.
10.
Great net control. And they actually did work with Mathias Boe, who is a former world #1 from Denmark, who worked with the Indian doubles squad leading up to the Olympics, and he was very well known for his impressive net game. So I think he has instilled a lot of, his wisdom onto this young pair from India.
Service over. 7-10. Your service is too high.
That's again a service error. It was too high. We just have to move on and put that behind them.
You ready?
Still got a 3-point lead here, India, in this first game.
Oh, drive serve. He did well to get it.
And that is the power in the Indians' game. They just
11-7.
hit the shuttle so hard, both from the backcourt and the front court, and the Indians take that valuable lead, 11-7 up in this first game. 4-point cushion.
I think the choice of that drive serve as well by Zhou shows a little bit of desperation maybe creeping into the Chinese pair's game, just wanting to get some quick points because they're struggling within the rallies to win them right now.
Took them 9 minutes to take the lead, the Indians. And but some work to do, the Chinese pair of her and Zhou.
20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
I think China will really work hard now to start to get the attack more themselves, stepping in a bit more in their defense and trying to really push up around the net.
11, 7.
Little superstition that Chirag Shetty has when he gets on court, of putting his racket straight down on the court and then having a little and kissing it a little bit once he's on.
Kissing it a little bit.
Yeah, a little delicate
I haven't
peck
noticed it
on
yet.
the frame.
Asking it to behave itself in the coming match.
It's like, work with me here, come on.
I do love the bandana look he's going for. Got some style.
Yeah, he's bringing the 80s fashion back. That is a second play from her and Zhou.
8, 12.
Straight at Chirag Shetty. He Jiting and Tan Xiang, the normal pairing, have played Shetty and Rankireddy twice, and they've won one and lost one. They lost the French Open in 2018 in 2, and then won the Asian Team Championships. Whereas Zhou Haodong has a better record. And he's won both his games with Han Chengkai against Rankireddy and Shetty. This is a good start from the Indians at the restart of the first game. They're building on that lead, putting the pressure on the Chinese. He left it.
Zhou Haodong was unsure whether to hit it, and then the line judge was also unsure.
Took his time. I think he was standing right in front of him. That was the problem with his line of vision blocked by Zhou Haodong. Oh, just in! It is in by a hairline.
8.
They have done well to keep the shuttle in this time. Rankireddy and Shetty. 14-8 now, 6-point lead. An important start here for Team India, who are currently trailing in this matchup with China 1-0 after Kidambi Srikanth lost his match to Shi Yuqi. There's a service error.
9, 14.
The third one now, I think, after the 2 faults as well. So he'd be getting a little frustrated and unsettled with his serve, Shetty.
And the net game is a little bit shaky now for the Indians.
Yeah, they really want to try and focus on this next point to keep this nice 4-point cushion that they have. Don't give China a look back in to the match.
Service over. 15, 10.
There's I was mentioning, they're really good friends off the court, so they've got really strong communication, and it certainly helps when you have, you know, a friendship off the court, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it just makes the whole, you know, the whole journey and their whole career more enjoyable as well. When you think about how much time these players spend on tour, traveling in airports, it really helps, you know, if you're friends with your partner or even your teammates. And of course, that connection on court when there's those pressure situations or, you know, those tough losses to bounce back from. So helpful if you have a good relationship.
Oh, this is quick exchanges. Oh, beautiful.
12-15.
Good intercept there by He Ting. Just stuck his racket up.
And straight at Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy. There was no coming back from that.
Now China have that look back into the match. So India really need to try and get the next few points if they can.
That is the power that Rankireddy can generate from his racket. The big hitter.
393 kilometers per hour, that one. Wow. Maybe we'll see the record broken today.
He is really a big hitter, especially when he gets into his comfort zone at the back of the court.
And his angle as well. He can get incredible angle in his smashes.
You feel that they're targeting Shetty a little bit, the Chinese pair. Again, such great exchanges between the two. Attacking play, and He Ting on the backhand just couldn't get the shuttle across, and so Rankireddy and Shetty 17-3 up again, 4-point cushion here, and just 4 points away from taking the lead in this match.
Nice block there by Shetty, coming in to counter. There again is that cross-court smash that the Indians seem to really love from that forehand side. Once again, He Ting having the error.
He's just apologizing, adjusting his strings.
Should done it early.
Seems that China's defence is just a bit too hard and fast. They're not really using the blocks to come in and counter to give them that chance to get the attack back. They're just driving back up into the rackets of the Indians or keeping the lift and staying in that defence. They need to be a bit better to transition to attack from their defence.
There we go. A lot more controlling this side from China.
14-19.
And it's 14-19. They still trail by 5 points. Can they do enough to turn this around?
Service over. 20.
And with that, Rankireddy Shetty have 6 game points to take an all-important lead in this second match between China and India. Again, attacking play from Team India to seal that game 21-14. They have been relentless, putting the pressure, attacking the Chinese. And they have been effective. 21-14 in 19 minutes. Satwik Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty take the lead in this match, the first of the men's doubles ties.
Yeah, and also when you jump in front, you go fast in front. Always you grab something because you are waiting here only. When you
So if you were the Chinese coach, what is that he's trying to tell his players in terms of getting back in this match?
I think what they really need to do is trying to work harder to get the attack themselves. Seems they're just defending a bit too much, so that would mean that they need to take advantage of the net, really try and be sharp and keep up with the Indians around the net. Use a little bit more of their soft game. And yeah, just trying to get their attack.
You saw that from Chirag Shetty, again a peck of his racket, and that's what he does. He just holds it down straight on the court and then gives it a little kiss. Tender little kiss. It is superstitious. Players are superstitious. We've seen it in tennis, and I'm sure there are, a little superstition that badminton players have as well. Nozomi Okuhara, for one, comes to mind. But Shetty and Rankireddy will serve to get the second game underway.
Well placed smash there from Zhou Haodong.
There you go. So that is Shetty, you see? Both of them then tap their thing on the ground, but he gives it a little peck.
And then they touch it to their chest. So do you think that's their own thing? It's not any religious kind of...
No, I haven't seen the rest of the Indian players do it.
Okay.
I have seen Shetty do it every time he walks on court.
It almost seems like a kind of like gratitude or like ode to, the game, the racket, that kind of thing.
They're paying their respects.
Yeah, which is lovely to see. I don't know how clean that kiss would be after touching it to the ground where players dive.
They might need to disinfect it at the break.
Really quick forward movements there from Shetty.
But this time, it is the Chinese pair who are attacking more. It's 2-all. Shetty was told by his coach to push up a little bit more in the front of the court, go closer to the net in that break. So we're seeing a little bit of that. But the attack now obvious from the Chinese. That's what they need to do more of to stay in this match. That's a great rally.
Ooh. Air swing there by Shetty.
3, 2.
He left it there because there was a miscommunication earlier on.
3,
25 shots at rally. The Indian team is slightly quieter now. Also keeping their eye on the other match that's going on court 2, because that's been a thriller between Kenta Momoto and Lee Zijia. That's gone to 3 games. It's still in that first rubber, so you can imagine a bit distracted with that match as well. But this has been a good display from Team India.
They're really still dominating that net, and especially the serve return situation. They're coming out on top within the first few rallies, a bit more than the Chinese pair.
It's telling them to get ready faster. The umpire, Tommy Oscariano, is quite strict in his instructions.
Service 4, call too high. Service over.
Again,
3.
Chirag Shetty struggling with that serve a little bit. It's too high.
And that would really start to kind of creep into your mind next time he goes to serve, because he's going to have to try and, hold the shuttle and the racket lower on his next serve. So he will feel a little bit rattled on if he can still maintain the quality in the serve, starting from a lower position.
Service over.
Well, they still kill that point off. Rankireddy, very effective on the net. Just look at that. Kill shot.
The alternative serving adjustment that you've seen players start to adapt is bending their knees or changing their foot positioning when they serve. So this means that they keep their racket height and motion exactly the same, but the fact that they're bending their knees or splitting their legs wider, their overall height where they're serving is lower.
5, 4.
Yeah, they bring themselves down a little bit, basically.
Yeah, it does look pretty awkward on some people, I must say.
I remember when the this new service rule first came out, the taller Danish players were struggling with it because they're so tall, so they had to bend down a little bit. It was a little comical, but they got used to it in the end.
Yeah, players seem to have adjusted pretty well, albeit maybe not Chirag Shetty right now.
And that was
4.
an uncharacteristic service error from Team China. 6-4. The Indians up by 2 points, 2 valuable points now. Oh, again, really nice exchange at the net.
7, 4.
So quick and fast. And you can see both the Indian players just pushing up so much together. They're both standing nearly around the service line, really putting that pressure on the Chinese pair. The Great Wall of India coming at the China pair. They're not used to it. They're used to having that title. With China in the name, obviously, not India.
Yeah. We're changing things up here, making history.
Making a new landmark.
8, 4.
And with that, Team India have taken a 4-point lead. You see the Chinese a little bit rattled. Both players going for the same shots. A little bit of miscommunication. And it's a 4-point lead for Team India, who know a thing or two about beating the best men's doubles. They've done it with Lee and Wang at the Olympics, as you said, but they also beat Lee and Liu in that famous Thailand Open win of theirs in 2019. So, this is just impressive hitting. They're feeling it really on court out there,
9,
Team India.
4.
And they're so good at setting it up for each other. So using those cross-court smashes and the other partner there, like Rankireddy just jumping out and intercepting the next one. So they're really playing for each other in their rallies.
Okay.
And this is when you know it's like a partnership that works really well with that communication.
Yeah,
'Cause
having
just-
that confidence that their partner will be where they need them to be.
Correct.
Whereas that's where these scratch pairs from China, they don't have that familiarity, so they can't always play those shots as the partner might not know what's coming, so they're not used to it exactly.
Oh, Rankireddy, impeccable at the net.
So sharp.
10-5.
And so they're just 1 point away from being up ahead at the mid-game break, Indians. This time you saw the smash from Zhou getting the better of Rankireddy. Lovely shot from Herji Ting, finding the line.
Good angle right across Rankireddy's body.
And they've clawed back 2 points here, the Chinese. And the umpire again having words with the Indian pairs to hurry on. Oh, this time though, right down the middle, Shetty.
Such angle.
A steep smash.
Down right at the feet of the Chinese pair.
And it's 11-7 at the break. Similar to the first game, they've taken a 4-point lead. Doing really well to control this match and put India in front. It's 11 minutes is what it took in the second game for them to take the lead.
20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Pretty sure the coach telling them to do more of the same as they have been playing in that first part of the second game, really attacking the Chinese.
It looked like he may have wanted them to move the China pair around the back when they were in that defense, so whipping them cross-court in the rear court so then they can step in the counter.
And so Rankireddy will serve to restart the second game. That was good placement from the Chinese pair after a couple of quick exchanges. Just over Rankireddy.
The drive serve catching that tape there.
And that's 2 quick points for the Chinese to close the gap.
Again, Zhou Hadong really, having to come up with something a little bit tricky to try and claw back a few cheap points.
Now it is the watch not playing up.
Well, a couple of warnings that the Indians are getting to hurry up. Is Again, at the net, really strong from Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy.
China really is losing a lot of those fast driving exchanges when India is up at the net. So I think they need to try and go over in some of those situations if they can, if the pace isn't too hard for them to go over, or try and fit a few more blocks in to counter and come forward themselves. But wow, Shetty was super quick up onto the net there.
This has been really impressive from the Indians. They've broken down the Chinese game really well.
Yeah, they're really showing their level there, playing such steady, high quality badminton.
Service over, 10-13.
That's a big smash from Herjitong. And so it's 10-13. China trailing by 3 points in the second game.
Service over, 14-10.
It's great control by both players. And it's a crucial lead that they have at this stage of the game. The next couple of points will be important for China.
India just able to take the pace out of their shots there to then get the attack.
That's 377 kilometers, that smash. Just, again, big hitting from Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy. You know he can generate that kind of power. He plays it in the mixed doubles with Ashwini Ponnappa as well. You know, he knows when he needs to take charge.
I remember when he came onto the international badminton scene, I think when he was like 19 years old, and everyone on tour was just like, wow, this guy is powerful. He was so tall and still so young, but the power he had and the angle was impressive.
But he's really also improved now how he plays in the front of the court.
Yeah.
11-15.
That's been the big development for Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy.
The umpire continuously telling them to wipe the sweat on the court with their foot. And I'm sure two big guys like that sweating everywhere. There's a lot of droplets to wipe.
Yeah, and then when they're obviously doing as asked, they've been told to hurry up as well.
I know.
So
As a player, it is frustrating coming from a player's perspective.
it's a double-edged sword.
It's almost more efficient just to get the person out to wipe the court as opposed to all these stop-starts when they need to wipe with their foot.
Oh, you can see Chirag Shetty there, changing his racket. It's clearly broken a string there. His coach cutting the strings off.
There's a little routine with the new racket, welcoming it onto the court.
Now everyone's going to be like, but did he do it? Did he do it?
Yeah.
You got to see now his win-loss record, but every time he does it.
That's probably how it started. Maybe he did it once, won or played really well, and then he's like, I gotta keep doing this.
Yeah.
Otherwise I'll break the good.
And then just confident display from Rankireddy there with a backhand kill shot. So smooth and effortless. 5-point lead.
China pair really looking quite defeated. They're struggling to come up with any answers here. Indian pair just too good right now.
Over, 12-16.
This will certainly energize the Indian setup, adding some belief that they can push this Chinese team, especially with the rest of the matches that's coming up. It's a little bit more even, it would seem, between the players.
Yeah, it'll definitely encourage the rest of the team to keep their spirit, keep fighting for the rest of this tie, because it's pretty crucial where you finish in the pool, whether you're 1 or 2, because it sets you up for the kind of opponent you have once you're in the knockout stage, which is, you know, the cutthroat phase of the tournament when they only get one chance, really.
And that smash finding the net, He Jiting just struggling a little bit.
13-17.
Did that go over? It didn't go. Oh, yeah, okay, it went over. Yeah.
It found the net there. And then tippled over, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Service over.
The new shuttle getting hit out the back. I think the shuttles definitely seem a little bit faster today. It's happening a lot more often, so
Ready.
inclined to think that they have chosen a faster speed of shuttle.
Team India now 5 points ahead at 18-13. And just 3 points away from closing this match. Oh, great cross-court
13.
net shot from Chirag Shetty. It's really been a commanding display at the net from Team India.
That's the kind of stepping in that China need to do to get the counter.
Service over. 14.
It's every time he steps out of court that he does this little superstitious move, Chirag Shetty. Just paying attention a little bit more, but that last shot going out, so China have closed the gap a little bit. But you know, this Indian pair, now 6 match points, will be really pleased with the performance they have shown on this court, because they are known for their power and their smashing, but the net display has been faultless. And so, Satvik Sairaj, Rankireddy, Chirag Shetty seal victory for India in straight games. Look how much it means to them.
Match number
Really
India,
happy.
21-14.
21-14, 21-14. Just impressive from the Indians. It took them 41 minutes. They're so happy. They're like proud and happy, doing their country proud, and injecting a huge amount of confidence into the team. And it's going back to the drawing board for Team China here, because just when you thought that they were finding this partnership to work, they have come undone in this match, haven't they?
Yeah, so now it will be interesting if they keep this combination going forward in the knockout stage, or if they try something new.
The players are walking off court, but very, very strong performance from Team India there. There's a replay of the match point. And
First flick, I think, from Team India.
again at the net, really strong, and he mishit that completely, of course, Zhou Haodong, but by this time the pressure was on them. And a big pump of the fist telling his team to come on, let's do this. Let's get on top of the group. So it's 1-1 in this Group C match between China and Team India, and we are moving on to the second men's singles rubber between Lu Guangzhou and Samir Verma. That's what's coming up here on Court 1. from Aarhus, Denmark. We're coming to you live from the Ceres Arena that's surrounded by lush greenery. This is a city that has everything. A little bit of nature, a little bit of history, a little bit of modernity. And the Ceres Arena is part of the Aarhus Sports Park, which is also hosting various sports.